that. Thank you all for coming, and let's give Charlie a big hand for throwing this amazing series. And Charlie, I just want to know, where do you get your dresses? I'm so jealous. Ross. That's where I go shopping too. Okay, I'm going to put on my very sexy reading glasses. Wonderland. There is a long hole down there. It goes on for a long time. The length is staggering. The hole is sometimes the size of a Chinese onion, other times the size of a naive child. She pops down from time to time. She goes down for a long time. The darkness thick as blackberry stew. Her skirt gets caught in the chinks. Her arms and sides bruise up. The dizziness is relative. She goes down, then up to the brick farm with the plasticine animals, mouse, pig, hare. Finally lands at the dinner table, and the rabbit curry is rich. Thank you. And this poem is an older poem, and it was published in Kitchen Sink. Yay! Great magazine. And this is based on a synopsis of the soap opera Loving. And this is the synopsis. Hannah realized Cooper is troubled by his past, but he didn't tell her that he had remembered a time as a child when his governess got into bed with him. 1. How long does it take for the sun to set in Antarctica? Asks Hannah as she pops another Prozac. Cooper doesn't hear her. Did you know it's the driest place on earth? She kicks off her platforms and downs her martini. Oh. Cooper furrows his brows. Beads of sweat form around his golden temples. Cooper looks like he is going to cry. You can tell by the way Cooper is acting that he is upset and distressed about a memory from the past. The gaffer lights a cigarette and is bored. 2. Cooper is floating in the family pool. Boy-child frame and plaid trunks. Natasha, his Russian governess, is changing the sheets upstairs. Chrissy, his TV mom, has a thing for the governess. Pan in on Natasha in Cooper's bedroom. She gingerly walks over to his bureau, pulls out a pair of his Fruit of the Looms, and begins to sniff. 3. Cooper gets out of the pool. As he slowly walks up the swirling staircase, he thinks to himself, these people suck. George is such an asshole making us do these scenes over and over. I should have stayed on The Young and the Restless. Headshot of Natasha licking her white teeth. You can tell by the way Natasha is acting that she is polymorphously perverse and does not know how to set limits, and that she has the same acting coach as Diane Cannon. The lights throw triangular shadows off her taut face. She sucks in her breath and crawls into bed with Cooper. Thank you. So, I have a series of poems, and this is from The X-Files. Smell. My head is leaned over on My head is leaned over onto the palm of my hand. I smell something. I am tired, limp. He looks at me with those vacant green eyes. I dreamt that I was lying on a table and graphic designers were cutting out pieces of my flesh with X-Acto knives. My head is still leaned over. A daisy at dusk. That evening, I dressed him in a tutu and applied silver eyeshadow. He posed for me in the dark. He smelled like a mountain, and I shot him with my daisy again and again. And this is also another X-File poem. A bed with softer animals. It is raining. It is Tuesday night. There are 36 steps up to Adam's apartment on the east side. A bed with softer animals. A Doberman Pinscher walks into a 7-Eleven and buys a carton of milk. I notice these things. Rain waters the buildings and they grow and grow. Makes thieves work harder. Softens mountains. Ruins sandwiches. Some paintings make me cry. I like crying. Gunsmoke was a good show to cry to. Also, the Waltons' Christmas special. Adam is reading about cannibals in New Guinea. The cannibals average 5 feet tall. They roast their dead for 30 days, then bury them in the jungle. Adam told me it rains more in the jungle, but I knew that already. What I don't know is how lightning feels on the body, or what makes a glowworm glow, or why the neighbor keeps knocking his head against the wall.